There's absolutely zero doubt in my mind. Rachel Meghan Markle was a semi-expensive yacht girl, and she knows it.
Many of you have seen this picture already. You see that there's Meghan with her.
It all began on what looked like an ordinary night in London, a quiet, private gathering in Mayfair, the kind where crystal glasses sparkle under chandeliers, where silk gowns whisper secrets, and where every laugh hides a story no one dares to say out loud. But that night, something happened, and it all started because of Fergie. Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York herself, leaned across the dinner table, her eyes glinting with mischief and maybe revenge. And then she said something. Something so shocking, the room froze. Forks dropped, glasses stopped midair, every heartbeat seemed to pause. Her words, let's just say she hinted no, declared that Meghan Markle was Andrew's first client. The silence that followed was deafening. No one breathed, because everyone in that room knew what those words could unleash. They all understood exactly what she meant. This wasn't a throwaway comment, this was a royal grenade. Within hours, whispers slipped out of that private Mayfair room like smoke through a keyhole. They raced down corridors of Buckingham Palace. Phones rang non-stop. Advisors panicked. And by dawn, the entire royal household was trembling. Buckingham Palace wasn't burning in flames that morning, but the panic was real. Behind closed doors, the whispers turned to fear. And far away in Montecito, Prince Harry was reportedly furious.
Everything happened because of Fergie.
He couldn't believe it, his wife's name, dragged into a storm by his own family member. 7 words from Fergie, and suddenly the royal world was spinning off its axis. But to understand why that whisper struck like lightning, you need to understand who said it. Sarah Ferguson, Fergie, is no ordinary duchess. She's the royal survivor. A woman who has fallen, been humiliated, clawed her way back, and done it all again. From scandalous paparazzi photos in the 90 seconds to money trouble splashed across tabloids, she's been exiled, mocked, forgiven, and somehow always returns. Each time the palace tried to bury her, she came back smiling. She knows the royal game better than anyone because she's played it longer than anyone.
Meghan Markle was introduced by Sarah Ferguson to Prince Harry.
So when this woman, a duchess who's been silenced and resurrected again and again, whispers a line connecting Meghan Markle to Prince Andrew, the world listens. And the palace? They panic. Because this wasn't an accident. It wasn't a slip of the tongue. No, this was a move. A calculated, deadly move. Fergie's words weren't gossip. They were strategy. A strike timed perfectly for maximum damage, because before the tiaras, before Netflix, before the royal drama, there was Meghan Markle, the actress with unstoppable ambition. She had dreams bigger than Hollywood itself, and a will that could move mountains. But Hollywood? Oh, Hollywood is cruel. For a young actress without powerful connections, it was a battlefield. Roles were small, rent was crushing, and fame always belonged to someone else. But
said Miss Markle was a close companion to Prince Andrew.
Then came the whispers, the stories of Meghan showing up in elite circles. Private yacht parties off the Mediterranean, glistening waters, billionaire hosts, secret guest lists. The kind of events that never make it to gossip pages because they're where real power hides. These were the yacht days, mysterious, secretive, and forever shrouded in half-truths. People talked about her being there young, beautiful, and ambitious, mingling with the world's elite. She knew how to network, how to charm, how to make every glance linger just a little longer. The so-called yacht years, a foggy, alluring part of Meghan's past. Unverified photos, half-whispered stories. No one can say for sure what truly happened on those decks.
According to people, she got started her yachting days and she never stopped really. I don't think any of her boyfriends knew about it, but Meghan Markle was known as a hardcore yacht partying person, ready.
But that's the danger mystery invites imagination. And when Fergie dropped her bombshell that Meghan was Andrew's first client, she wasn't just stirring old gossip. She was linking Meghan's murky past to one of the most scandal-stained names in royal history. In the royal world, perception kills faster than proof. And this was perception on fire. Now, let's talk about the man at the center of that fire, Prince Andrew. For years, he lived untouched by limits. The Playboy Prince, the man who believed the world was his playground. Private jets, private islands, private everything. He surrounded himself with billionaires, models, and power brokers. His world was small, glittering, and ruthlessly exclusive, a solar system of money and privilege, with him at the center. And then there were the yachts. Floating kingdoms of luxury, where champagne never stopped and secrets never left the deck. The guest lists were always hidden, the names whispered but never printed. Businessmen, politicians, socialites, and yes, young actresses looking for an open door. Sources say Andrew loved being the gatekeeper, the man who could make things happen. He was the connection everyone wanted. So,
was a yacht girl. That's right. It's mentioned in the book. Meghan used to entertain as a yacht girl. Now, I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it happened, but I am saying
when Fergie said Meghan was Andrew's first client, it wasn't just scandal, it was nuclear. Because it didn't sound like rumor anymore. It sounded like history. Like Meghan Markle had crossed into Andrew's exclusive circle long before she met Prince Harry, a world now forever darkened by Epstein's ghost. Inside Buckingham Palace, the panic was uncontainable. One scandal was bad enough, but two tied together, that could burn the entire monarchy to ash. So how did Meghan even find her way into that world? Sources point to a name that keeps appearing in the shadows: Marcus Anderson. Marcus wasn't a royal, but he was something close, a connector. He ran in the same elite circles through Soho House, the club where the rich hide from cameras. And if you wanted to meet someone powerful, Marcus was your man. Allegedly, he's the one who introduced Meghan to Fergie, maybe at a glittering Soho House event, maybe over champagne, but that single meeting changed everything. After that, Meghan's name began popping up in rooms she'd never been allowed in before. And though no one knew it then, that meeting set her on a path that would lead straight to Prince Harry. But years later, when Fergie uttered those 7 words, Meghan was Andrew's first client, Marcus Anderson's connections suddenly made everything sound plausible. If the social threads really existed, then Meghan's journey into royalty wasn't luck. It was a slow, deliberate climb, years in the making. But why would Fergie bring this up now? What did she have to gain?
And we also have this. This is Karina Shuliak, Epstein's girlfriend.
And the only times she traveled and went anywhere was with him. And guess who's on the other end with her past?
Some say revenge. After all, Meghan got the royal spotlight Fergie never truly held. Others say it was strategy, a reminder that Sarah Ferguson could still shake the palace walls whenever she wanted. And a few insiders whisper that she might have been protecting Andrew, shifting the focus away from his scandals by tying Meghan's name to his. Whatever her reason, one thing's certain: Fergie knew exactly what she was doing. Every word she spoke was deliberate. Every pause was planned. She's always danced between chaos and charm, but this time, she wasn't stumbling. She was leading. While the palace scrambled to contain the damage, the tension in Montecito exploded. Sources close to Harry say he was livid. He couldn't believe someone from his own family would drag his wife into this. He was torn between rage and disbelief, furious, hurt, and helpless. And Meghan? She went silent. No interviews, no appearances, no events. Her team pulled back everything, waiting for the storm to pass. But silence can be louder than any statement. The story didn't die, it grew. Behind closed doors, legal teams whispered options. But how do you take legal action against someone whose family? Every move risked turning a rumor into a royal war. And she just reminded everyone how much she still knows. Her whisper that night didn't just cause a scandal. It rewrote royal history. It tied Meghan's mysterious past to Andrew's infamous one, reopened the wounds the palace thought were long healed, and showed the world that in the House of Windsor, no secret stays buried forever. And as the world waits for the next royal explosion, one truth remains crystal clear: Sarah Ferguson might not wear a crown anymore, but she just proved she can still shake the throne. Because sometimes, the most dangerous person in the royal family is the one who's already lost everything.